So in this video, I wanted to briefly touch on the gigantic difference between advertising and search engine optimization. Sometimes when I'm, having another service do something for me, like fix a car. Right now, I'm working on trying to get a mortgage loan to buy a new house. So like right now, like I'm asking a lot of really elementary questions, a lot of really basic questions. If I go into go fix my car, I don't know much about cars, and I'm asking a lot of really basic questions, and I've learned a lot about mortgage loans the past few months. So I've been asking a lot of really basic questions, and there's things that are out there that looking back on it are really basic, but at the time I didn't really know it. The difference between search engine optimization and advertising is sort of the same way. Like from my standpoint, it's super basic, super elementary, but for a lot of people out there that don't know internet marketing as well, some people might not know the difference. Like I'll have a lot of, I would say probably for every three people I talk to, at least one person out of three does not know the difference between search engine optimization and search engine advertising. It's such a huge difference. Like whether you're a client of Custom Wave, whether or not you're working with us or working with somebody else, really important for everybody to know the difference between SEO and advertising. So basically, to get on Google, to get on any search engine, there's two main ways to do it. There's two main sections. At the very top, you have the advertising section. So when you do a search and you see the list of websites that pop up at the top, those are advertisements. You'll see like a little box that's next to it that says ad, says AD next to it, and that would be an advertisement. So in order to be there, you have to pay the search engine for every time that there's a click. With SEO is to try and get you in the free section, try and get you in the maps, try and get you in the organic listings that are underneath it. So you have the advertisements, underneath that you have the maps, which you need to do SEO to get in there, and then you have the regular website listings, which is through SEO. So the big difference is with SEO, it's more of a long-term thing. Like you want to get on there without having to pay for the clicks, and like years ago it used to be a lot easier to do it. But the whole idea is that you do work on your website, be it content, be it structural stuff, be it working on different tags like a title tag, homepage title tag, meta tags, description tag, H1, H2 tags, all sorts of different tags that are out there to work on. Link building, of course, trying to get the website linked to different other websites. You don't want you don't want reciprocal links. You want one-way links, like those are the only ones that matter. So there's different stuff that you can do with SEO. I would mostly recommend content, but the whole point is that you do work on the website to try and get it into the free section. It's a long-term thing. It doesn't work right away. Anybody that tells you that they're going to get you better results within a couple months, I have seen some exceptions where that has worked, where somebody's just in a brand new industry opportunity, not a lot of competition. So in some cases, when there's an industry that has not much competition, that people are actually searching for it, sure, it could be possible to probably get somebody some calls within a couple months. But the vast majority of industries, really, like all of these days, have high amounts of competition for keywords that get searched for the most. So the vast majority of the time, like, be aware if you have anybody saying like, hey, I'm going to get you all these calls within a couple months, you're going to make all this money. Even people that are guaranteeing results within 6 months is kind of a little too aggressive in terms of what they're promising and what their goals are. I would say 6 months is really best case scenario for most companies that are doing SEO. Most of the time, you're probably looking at a year, sometimes a year and a half. In some cases, even 2 years. If you're doing SEO in a competitive industry for keywords that get searched for a lot, it can take a long time. So it's a long-term thing. If you're a business and you're doing SEO and you can't afford to spend money and invest for 6 months or a year or 2 years without getting anything back, then SEO is probably not for you, and I probably wouldn't recommend investing in it. Advertising is going to get you results a lot faster. Typically, when we do advertising, first phone call usually comes in anywhere between 2 days to 2 weeks after we have it all set up. So first month you will get some calls, but usually by the second month and third month is when the phone calls will start to get more consistent, and that's when most clients start to make money off of the advertising. There can be some exceptions where sometimes it maybe takes month 4 or month 5 to start getting phone calls and customers if you're in a very niche industry, if you're in a very like different industry. If there's like a really specific type of customer that you're looking for, sometimes it can take longer to produce phone calls and make money, but it's definitely not a long-term thing like SEO. So giant difference between the two. Really important to be aware of it when you're making a decision on what to invest